Yo everybody, welcome back to the channel. Jordan here, fitness business podcast host and co-founder of T4E Systems, a multiple seven-figure online health coaching company that my wife and I actually sold and exited. We also own Impact Fitness Coaching Academy. Between our two companies, over the last 6 years, we've done over 35 million in sales. And I'm here to just share with you some lessons, insights, and tactical advice specifically to help you grow your health and fitness business. And what I'm going to talk about today is Black Friday, how to leverage this opportunity most effectively, and to do so in a way that you don't just have to resort to discount or slashing prices or, resorting to just like outdated BS, like cold DMing a bunch of people or creating offers that make you just feel sleazy. So to take you back, Aaron and I, back in 2017, we thought that we would try a Black Friday sale. We'd always seen Black Friday through the lens of sales, right? Discounts. And so with our online health and fitness offer at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do. Everybody on social media was just slashing prices. So at the time, we charged $1,800 for a 90-day program. After that, they would re-sign month to month for around $400, right? So a little bit cheaper than the monthly that they were paying on the front. That alone is a really bad way to do it, but I'm not going to get into that today. But we discounted. So what we did is we ran a sale at 40% off, just not thinking. So we went from like $600 a month on average down to $360. And it was one of the biggest mistakes that we'd ever made in our business. At the end of the day with these clients, we ended up like barely breaking even. If you factor in all of our costs from our assistant coaching staff, fulfillment costs, overhead, we had appointment setters and closers, you name it. What normally we were able to operate at 50% margins, we were down to like maybe 3 to 6%. And the damage went even deeper. By doing this, it actually devalued the perception of our offer in a big way. So we were normally seen as like a premium brand. And we went from that to a discount brand, kind of like, Walmart that appeals more to discount shoppers as compared to Gucci, who does not run sales. And so we noticed that several months after Black Friday, we would get on calls with prospects and they would be like, well, when's your next sale? And we're like, man, that was such a bad mistake. So it hurt our credibility, and worse, we found that we ended up kind of resenting the clients that we signed up during the sale because they were much less committed and they were paying so much less than our other clients that it just felt imbalanced. So we learned not to do this the hard way. And what we did is we realized that, I heard a stat, that customers are 78% more likely to spend more during Black Friday. So why offer a discount? That's when we kind of flipped the script. So what we did is we put our heads together and we came up with a different Black Friday strategy for 2018, which is what I'm going to share with you in this episode. We ultimately did this the next year and we did $54,000 in back-end re-signs and we did another $35,000 in front-end deals without discounting at all. Okay, so listen, I'm going to cover this in this episode, kind of the nuts and bolts and how to do this, or what to do rather. So before I jump in, I want to also share with you that what I'm going to cover in this episode is a lot of the what, the high level strategy, but I'm actually hosting a free live masterclass on November 7th at 6 p.m., which you can join, where I'll give you literally everything. I'll break down the scripts, step-by-step campaign schedule. I'll give you the proven post templates, the sales scripts, how to reach out to your clients. I'll give you everything on that call, because otherwise you listening to this, you just wouldn't be able to conceptualize it. You need to be live on a call with me. And if you join, you can walk away with like all of the assets and templates that you need to execute this. So that's November 7th, 6 p.m. And you can register for that either by clicking the show notes. You should see a link, or you can go to impactcoachacademy.com/Black Friday. Why Black Friday works, right? There are a few reasons. Number one, people are in a buyer mode. Okay. They're ready and willing to spend. We know that based on research and statistics, right? And so the thing to consider is that at any given point of the year, you have about 3% of your audience or people, right, in your network, your community, your email list, whatever, who are actively looking for a solution. They're looking for a coach. You have another 40% of people who are kind of curious, interested, they're facing problems, they're trying to solve it, and they're kind of thinking about it. And then you have like 56% of people who just aren't ready to buy. Black Friday creates an offer that pushes that 40% of people who are curious over the edge fast. That's really what it does. And to go with you instead of your competitors. The second thing is that social proof and herd mentality occurs, right? When everybody's buying, it feels normal for them to also buy. People are influenced by the crowd. And if everyone's doing it, we have this subconscious perception that it must be a good idea and it must be a good deal, because people hate making their own decisions. And the third reason is that when people commit now, they get results faster as compared to waiting until the typical new year, new me commitment, right? We know that based on studies. Okay, according to a few different research articles that I've read, and I can link some sources in the show notes, but we know that 80% of people fail when they start around January, this new year, new me. In fact, 80% of people drop off by February. That's a 20% success rate. Whereas 56% of people tend to succeed if they commit before the new year, new me. So how do we go about executing this? Few key principles. Number one, avoid discounts. Okay, don't have the Walmart mentality. Instead of slashing prices, we want to add additional value for the same price. Okay, so we stack extra value, and I'll give you some examples here in a moment, for the same cost. Okay, so therefore in the buyer's mind, they're still saving money, but you're not having to discount and devalue your brand. Number two, something that we really learned is that there's a huge opportunity to re-sign existing clients into into either giving them access to your Black Friday offer early, or you can offer them to pay off their contract early at a discount so that they can save money around holiday season and you get a cash influx, right? Number three, you have to have a freaking great offer, okay? Everything hinges on an offer that hits the pain points of your audience, appeals to them, shows them why it's useful, and it pulls them over the edge. And the fourth reason is you want to have the fourth key is you want to have a because it's reason. There needs to be a reason as to why they should go with this offer now. The best way to explain this is from a book, Robert Cialdini's book, Persuasion. Really great book. And he shares this story about a psychologist whose name was Ellen Langer. And she went to a photocopy machine at this university and she tested how people would react to her cutting in line to use the copy. And look, this was back in the 90s when people still used copiers. So what she did is she had 3 different experiments. First, she requested without a reason. She just said, walked up in line, hey, excuse me, I have 5 pages I need to copy. Do you care if I cut you to use the Xerox machine? 60% of people complied. The second time, she had an actual reason. She said, look, excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I'm really in a rush? Then they got like an 85% compliance rate. Then she said, hey, can I please use the Xerox machine because I really need to make copies. I only have a few minutes before I have to get to my kid's soccer game. At that point, it was like a 98% compliance reason. So the lesson is that people are more likely to comply with an offer if given a reason, especially if the reason makes sense and appeals to people's sense of duty, honor, and professionalism. And so what we want to do is have a really good reason as to why we're doing this. It can't just be because you want to make more money. So the way that we would pitch this, there are 2 versions, and you'll use this in marketing or on sales calls, etc. You'll say either A, look, I only do this between Thanksgiving and New Year because I appreciate how amazing it is for people who want to start their journey now and not wait until after January. Because we know studies show that people that commit to whatever your thing is, weight loss as an example, before New Year's have much higher success rates. Or you can say it like this, look, I only offer this between Thanksgiving and New Year because now is the best time for you to get started on your fitness goals. While everyone else is waiting until January, you're starting now, which means you'll be miles ahead of the New Year rush crowd. Think about it like this. Studies show that those who commit to their fitness goals before January have much higher success rates. And I've seen this effect personally. Every year, my clients that start with Black Friday or start with my Black Friday special always have my highest success rates. So not only are you giving them a great because it's recent, but you're also using a little bit of element of the herd mentality and social proof, right? All of my clients who do this tend to have the highest amounts of success. Let's talk about how you can add value without just giving discounts. Well, there are 4 ways. Number 1, value stacking. Number 2, adding bonuses. Number 3, scarcity and urgency. And 4, social proof. So with value stacking and bonuses, what you want to do is add time for the same price. If you sign up for 4 months, you get 4 weeks free. If you sign up for 6 months, you get 6 weeks free. If you do 9 months, you get 9 weeks free. And if you sign up for a year, you can get 12 additional weeks for free, okay? So if you run the math, you're still losing a little bit of like average cost per customer in terms of monthly, but you can always just anchor your price a little bit higher if you need to make sure you stay within your profit margin boundaries. So anyways, adding bonuses. What you'll say is like, for example, hey, if you sign up for 6 months, you're gonna get 6 weeks free and a brand new Instapot and our done for you fat burning cookbook and energy multiplier recipe guide. By getting this, you will save hours on meal prep each week, giving you time back to focus on your workouts. Or another example could be, look, if you sign up for 12 months and get 12 weeks free, I'm gonna throw in a free Oura ring that's valued at $300 because we all know that sleep and stress management is huge when it comes to fat loss. This will allow us to track your sleep and stress data to allow you to shed weight more easily. You can also say limited availability. The first 10 clients who sign up will get exclusive VIP coaching session with me or a lead coach and a personalized to accelerate your progress. Or you can say you're going to get access to our private live advanced fitness nutrition guides and webinars valued at $500. You can also say something like you're going to get done for you resources. If you sign up now, we'll build your entire meal plan, grocery list, and workout schedule so you're ready to hit the ground running. You can also throw in something like, hey, normally our ultimate recipe guide or our 5-minute quick start recipe book sells for $199, but with our Black Friday special, it's yours for free. So again, I give you a bunch of options here. You don't want to give too many, but add in some extra time and throw in 1 or 2 additional bonuses. So the next thing, adding urgency and scarcity. So that's where you want to leverage things like urgency by, as you get closer to that Black Friday deadline, you're going to say 3 days left, 2 days left, 24 hours, last chance, and make things time sensitive, especially with the bonuses. So these bonuses are only available until Cyber Monday and then they're gone. This works because FOMO is real and people don't want somebody to get something else over them. Now, when it comes to social proof, you really just want to leverage as much proof as you possibly can when presenting these offers. Okay, if you have before and afters, client testimonials, and you can also mention things on the sales call, such as, hey, my clients who did do this tend to have the most success, or my most popular option is blank, or if I were you, I would do blank. By simply adding in this little subtle language, you're going to get increased compliance because people want to go with whatever the option is that they feel like everybody else is going with. So again, to recap, I'm giving you a broad overview, kind of a quick hitter hitter here. But as a reminder, if you want a step-by-step breakdown on how to do this, how to present the offer to your current clients, how to reach out, how to script the sales call, how to structure your organic posts, your emails, your promotions, etc., on November 7th at 6 p.m., join me for this masterclass. I'm going to break the whole thing down for you. You'll literally get the exact playbook and campaign. Want to be there, I'm telling you. And look, this has worked several years in a row for our clients. For example, Ethan last year did $8,400 in cash just in one day on one post. That post I'm going to give you on the call. April and Arthur, they did 65 cash between new front-end deals and back-end offers. We had Alicia and Corey who contracted 68,000 and collected 33K, and most of that was just on back-end re-signs. Ashley here that you'll see, she contracted 22,000 in just a week, and Jordan made 34,000 just on client renewals, another 15,000 on new clients, and finally Kim, who did $64,000 just in back-end re-signs and another 25K on new clients. Look, they did this without discounting, without sleazy sales tactics, without even running paid traffic. And don't get me wrong, I love paid traffic, but this was all organic. All right, so if you want to join, just go to the link in the show notes. You'll see a link, or you can go to impactcoachacademy.com/Black Friday. Cool, guys. I will see you later. Thanks for joining, and let's go help some people this Black Friday. Let's crush it.